What's up, everybody? Welcome to KPK 999. That's right, the number one source for everything Girls Planet, formerly known as the Kpop Kimchi podcast. I'm your host, Justin Turnell, with my co-host, Brian Limper. We just watched episode 7.
Correct.
Episode 7, for all of you out there. Number 7 in the books. We're more than halfway, but we had some more performances on tonight's sode.
We did, and this is episode 100.
Oh my god!
The big 100.
100. I'd like to see how many podcasts got that many.
That's quite a few. Although I think technically it's like our 107th, 108th episode, but
true.
Our first 100 official episodes.
The first official episode, number 100. I was thinking today, I don't know if it feels like we've been doing this a long time or it hasn't.
I was thinking the other day
because we're almost on 2 years.
Yeah, next week it'll be 2 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I was thinking about how we're like, man, we recorded so many episodes when I didn't live here and I lived like up north. And then we'll look back and look at it, it's like 10.
Yeah.
Because 2 of them I was like here for.
I feel like...
So that's 10 out of 100. So that's not very many at all.
I feel like last year when we had like a year, when it was the first year, I feel like it felt like a lot then. But now that we're on 2 years, I'm like, it doesn't really feel like it's been 2 whole years we've done this podcast. Yep. It's a long time.
It is.
But I don't know. It doesn't really feel like it. But yeah, number 100. It is a historic episode.
Consistently. I think there's only been 2 weeks we didn't do anything because it was the Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was like quote unquote our off, even though we still like did stuff.
Although I technically think we actually might have put something out.
We still did like special because we still have our special episodes, which I'm pretty sure we kind of did for Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving, the last 2 Thanksgivings was our off weeks.
Because how many weeks are there in a year?
Isn't it like 52 or something like that? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But besides Thanksgiving, which we still kind of did something, every single week, never missed.
I think
never missed.
And there's a couple times when we were both sick where we did special episodes. So this doesn't count as actual episodes. We would have been at 100 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, whatever. Anyways, this is the first.
This is our 100th episode. This is what we're saying is the 100th episode. So that's what we go by.
If our real fans would go back and look it up for us.
This is the official numbers. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess we could go count one day. But this is the official 100th episode. We did it. We made it this far, and what better way to do it than some Girl Planet?
It's true. I was thinking, I'm like, what should we do? Something special for our 100th episode? I'm like, nah. We'll just watch Girl Planet. That's pretty special.
We got some Chinese food and watched some Girl Planet.
We really did.
It was magical, as always.
I was thinking the other day, because I was watching those old cheat keys, because I used to watch them all the time.
Yeah.
And I was really just thinking when I was sitting there, I was like, man, this is super depressing. This is like watching like old like videos of you and your friend's like dead or something.
Your friend's just gone forever, yeah.
It's just like so sad. I was like, I couldn't even watch it. It like made me so sad watching them.
Yeah, it's just weird just looking back for like...
For those of you who don't know, that's like the behind-the-scene videos from like CLC.
That they have a ton of.
We used to watch them like religiously, like every single
the era. Well, most of the eras they had the cheat keys, and they literally would just be doing random stuff. There was really no theme. It was just turn the camera on and see what they film and make something out of it. So
because every time we used to come back home, we'd like spend like whole nights just like watching cheat keys.
More than anything else.
And then Channel 9 videos.
A lot of hours have been put in cheat keys and Channel 9 videos.
That's like what we watch for hours and hours, dude. Like 3-4 hours, we'd watch all of them.
Yeah, all night we would do it.
I was like watching them, and I'm like, man, now I remember why I love CLC so much. They're the best.
Still haven't officially heard that they disbanded. So, I don't know.
Regent did say they were told not to come back.
She said they're told not to come back, and they're not a group or a team anymore. But, is that official?
We haven't officially got the word on it.
I haven't seen the express written consent from Cube Entertainment.
I don't know. But yeah, throwing it out there.
Cheekies are the best.
Shout out, our 100th episode, shout out to CLC. I love you guys. You're still my favorite. Even though I like never talk about you anymore, but...
Well, it's hard when they don't do anything. We've said that before in previous episodes.
True.
Tough to have your faves not do anything in the busy world of K-pop that literally goes like a mile a minute.
If I didn't have like 1,000 things to do this weekend,
exactly.
I should have gone back and listened to our first episode and seen how many things have changed since then.
Dude, probably so many. It was weird because we just watched like an old CLC vid before we started, and then we watched like the Lovely's introduction video from 2014 or 15, and it was like, dude, the world was such a different place, and like they've been a group a long time.
I do remember we're saying on our first episode that one of our top favorite groups is Momo In.
Oh, How things have changed.
Dude.
It's crazy because when we started it 2 years ago...
And now we wanted to know who WJSN was.
We have accomplished that goal. Gosh darn it, we have accomplished that. If we haven't done anything else, we know who WJSN is.
I do remember that. That was like one of the
That's
main
crazy.
things from the
That's
first
crazy.
episode we said that.
And that was like all facts too. We actually were like, we know we're gonna like this group. We just want to actually get to know them. I remember thinking about the early ones. We didn't even know if IZ*ONE was going to be a group anymore. Like that was like
I remember when
we thought they were going to like disband them because of all the controversy.
Well, when we like did our very first episodes, we didn't even know who IZ*ONE was.
Yeah,
because that didn't come till a little later on when I was like we were watching random videos on
oh my gosh,
in my brother's room on his TV.
Just a long time ago. 2 years, 2 whole years.
September, I think. Actually,
it's sometime in September.
I think. Well, we recorded it a week earlier because we didn't put it out the week that we recorded it.
Yeah,
that's back when we didn't understand how technology works.
Also, shout out to doing this on Fridays. It's really just the best.
September 26th, 2019.
Oh, we're almost there. Couple weeks?
Yeah, I was gonna say
about 10 days or so.
We're almost there.
That's crazy, man. 2 whole years.
Also, hold on, let me find this comment.
Drum roll.
I know. If I can find it.
Dude, there's just so many comments we have to sift through on our page that it takes a minute.
Where was it?
Hopefully they didn't delete it.
I know, but somebody commented that they found us because they were looking at videos for
IZ*ONE?
For IZ*ONE videos, and that's how they found us. And I was like, that's the best compliment I've ever received in my life. I was going to give you a shout out, but I don't remember who you are.
You know who. Thank you, you person.
Thank you.
We know who it is. Yeah, then they said they're like a big Girl Planet fan too or something, so it was like, wow, you're going to love us.
I was like, man.
That's all the stuff we love.
It really
what we're currently talking about.
It was Kema, Kema on YouTube.
Sweet.
They said they found us while they were searching for IZ*ONE content, and I sent it to Justin. I'm like, that's the best compliment I've ever received in my life. So
seriously, thanks, Kema.
Shout out to you if you're listening to this on YouTube.
What a cool
and
name.
Literally anybody who listens to this on YouTube.
Anyone who listens at all, we literally love you. We really do.
Oh, also, speaking of anyone listening on YouTube, if you're listening to this and it hasn't ended yet, go to Illinois Times Best of Springfield and vote for us because we made the top 5 out of like 33 podcasts for the #1 podcast in Springfield.
I was going to say, we've been talking about an elimination show for the last 7 weeks now. We're in our own elimination show. And we have made the final rankings.
There was 33, now it's 5.
There's 33, now there's 5, and your boys are in the final 5. And this is just a solo debut.
It really is.
There's only one champion, and we'll
get a nice paper that says Best of Springfield we can hang up.
Literally will be the greatest accomplishment in my life. So yes, go to where again? You say it.
It's like Illinois Times. It's like / Best of Springfield, and you'll find it. You have to like go to like voting or something like that, and it'll pop up.
And then you find like podcasts. Vote for Kpop Kimchi.
Yeah, you just click Kpop Kimchi podcast. Go in there, hit vote, put in your email address.
Let us know you voted. I will send you money.
If you let us know you voted, if you comment on this,
I will send you money.
If you comment on this and you let us know you voted for our 100th episode giveaway, I will mail the person our certificate that said we won.
You can have it signed.
We will sign it and mail it to you.
Let us know you voted. I will give you money.
We will.
We want to debut. We want to live our dream of debut.
I will autograph it and I will put it in the mail and send it wherever I need to in the world.
We saw 33 people go home last week.
Not
33, not 28. 28.
But yeah,
final 5.
Dude,
it's us.
One of the guys at my work was making fun of us the other day, and he was like, "Open the door." He was, "Yeah, I'll open the door for anybody who's the second best podcast in Springfield." And I'm like, "That's giving us too much credit. We're just in the top 5."
We're still top 5. We're still top 5. It's anybody's game in the final 5.
I've gotten a lot of votes recently.
Yeah, I've sent it to a bunch of people. So hopefully the people actually do vote who we send it to. But
we have the power of the U.S. Army behind us right now. Thanks to Justin, Justin that was on here.
If you let us know you voted.
Comment on here that you went and voted for us, and I will legit put you in a drawing to win our certificate.
We will send you something awesome.
I'll send you some sweet merch, and I'll send you a certificate.
And money. That's real money coming your way if you just go vote. It's easy. Tell all your friends, too. Illinois Times. Best of.
Let's spread the K-pop news and information through the central Midwest.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to put the link in the description of this.
You do it.
Actually, I think you can do that, can't you?
Yeah. I'm sure.
I don't know how technology works, but I will put the link in the description.
There will be a link somewhere. Click on it.
And you can copy and paste it, and you can put it in your browser in the Google machine.
You will know what to do.
As long as you get... I think the last day for voting is the 27th.
It's like
so
a while.
This should be out.
That's literally
that's like
the
a day
after our 2-year anniversary. So we need those votes, guys.
Yes.
Think of that'd be so crazy. 2 years, then we become the best podcast in Springfield. That's the dream.
I don't. Okay, so actually,
every little girl dreams to grow up.
It really is. But in like Springfield, it's like a big deal. It's like a big thing. Like people like wear those like badges of honor.
We
You're like going to restaurants and they're like hung up on like the walls.
Yeah, when we went and got Chinese today, they had a few of them. It was like, I don't know what it's best at for. I'm assuming food or Asian food, Chinese food, whatever, takeout. I don't know. But,
I think it was like best Chinese restaurant in Springfield.
But they won a few, so
you get like put in the paper and everything. It's like a big thing.
We would be in rare air, but we won it. We definitely won it. It's crazy. So we're pretty much feeling what the Girls Planet girls are feeling too.
I don't even want the certificate. I just want to know that we won the certificate.
I just want to decline the certificate. Say no thanks.
I just want them to say that we were first.
I want no one to win.
And then I'm going to hand it down to the next person in line. Flower time with Kathy.
I'm just gonna send it to Cube Entertainment and be like, "This is what a real champion looks like."
I know, right? For real.
This is what a true performer looks like.
I'm gonna make it the backdrop.
Stan CLC.
The backdrop banner on.
We'll just put it like right here.
I'm gonna enlarge it and we'll put it when you do our live videos.
Let's just make a flag of it. That'd be sick.
Also, keep your eyes peeled. Have another elimination video coming
next week.
Next week for all the people who watched our first one and liked it, because we got a lot of people who liked it.
And this one,
it's gonna be intense.
This one's gonna be intense. So there's gonna be some real emotions flowing because not that many girls are moving on, and girls we like are probably going to be gone.
And for those who don't know, I threw my hat last time and I cracked my 70-inch TV.
See the HD broken right now. I can see it.
It was worth it. Anything for Urena.
But yeah, that was awesome because it was Urena being... That was a throw out of love, not anger. So that was a good thing. But I'm really feeling next week's going to be actually very stressful. Like the first one was stressful, but we kind of... Like the people we liked, besides the people we knew were going to get eliminated before, like made it. But this one, I don't know.
True. And they've eliminated a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to be gone. But so stay tuned for that video. That could be anything. I don't even know what to say because it could literally be anything. It's going to be a mess, but a good mess.
You get any other K-pop stuff lately? I really haven't. I haven't had time, dude. I've been busy.
Man, I have not really.
And poor.
Trying to think if anybody came back. We listened to the NCT album. That was good. It was really cool. Listened to the whole thing. Very
also,
good.
I don't know if since we recorded last, Purple Kiss came back or not. But Purple Kiss had a comeback.
They did.
It was pretty sweet.
It was really good. I'm trying to think if there's anyone like big that came back. We saw ATEEZ came back. Didn't listen to it yet, but we saw that they had a video. So good
job,
ATEEZ.
Fun fact for anybody who buys photo cards, we figured out finally the size of the photo card you need for sleeves.
Tell it to the fans.
And it is 54 by 86 millimeter.
That's what you need for photo cards.
Like that it's like the perfect size for photo cards.
We have been searching for that for a long time, and we finally got them. So
available from King Sleeves on Amazon.
Just look it up on Amazon because Amazon has everything.
But yeah, 54 by 86 millimeters, the size you're looking for. You're welcome.
Heck yeah, let's go.
I spent my money to find the sleeves, so you didn't have to.
That really took a long time to find the right size,
and we got there.
It's weird because the ones we found
it almost
before,
took the length of this podcast.
Honestly, it took a couple years. We found ones that were literally so close, but not enough. It's weird, honestly. Like the ones we got, and it was like a little line, but it was just not far enough. But these ones are going to be perfect. So, yeah, good old photo. I haven't even got photo cards in a long time, but...
Did you get all the Momo ones from the last Twice thing?
Yes, I'm up to date for my ITZY and Momo ones. ITZY is going to come back here eventually.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It looks great.
Yo, the ITZY comeback looks
sick. Looks really good. I'm really excited for that.
Like, also, WJSN has this random thing they're doing.
WJSN doing the Universe app thing. Screw the Universe app. We all hate the Universe app, but we love WJSN, so we'll obviously check it out. Yeah, ITZY just announced they're coming back like so long ago, so it's kind of just a thing where they have all these teasers, pictures, whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be here eventually. So,
it's looking real good.
It looks real good. Very excited.
I thought somebody else was making a comeback, but I can't really think of who it was.
I don't know. I swear I saw Yuri was making a solo debut, but that could have been, I don't know, that could have been just something random.
I haven't seen that, but that doesn't really mean anything.
Good job for just really doing something. Who else is doing things? I'm not really sure. been a
I
little.
don't either. Girl Planet's pretty much all I really
Pretty
think
much
about.
that, and the bigger comebacks I've checked out. But yeah, other than that, I mean, we're just been a Girl Planet podcast, so that's kind of what we're focused on right now.
Girl Planet 999. KPK
999. That's what we do. Yeah, and it's really, really, really depressing because we're more than halfway done.
We'll have to make a new top 9 rankings and upload it on the thing.
Yeah, we can do that. I don't know how many Yeah, we'll do that.
I mean, we might as well. Eliminations are next week.
AKA, we're just going to put Diane number 1.
Yeah.
With no other people.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
let's get into the episode. Let's get into the episode.
Let's
get into the episode. Episode 7.
So, episode 7, if you guys didn't watch it last week, was episode 6, which we mistakenly said was episode 5 and labeled as episode 4, but we fixed it.
Okay, yeah, that's because I literally am lazy and I just copy and paste the name thing when I make the thing, and then I just forgot to change it to 4.
Hey man, you don't got to justify it to us.
I'm just saying.
Never apologize for your emotions.
I'm just saying. There ain't no emotions. We know the numbers, guys. At least people were literally on it instantly. It was
yeah, thanks to whoever updated us on that.
Our bad.
They messaged me about it on the YouTube and commented. I didn't know the video was up yet.
I was like, I was like, dang, I literally did it and then instantly changed it, and I guess it doesn't do it on YouTube. But I was like, I already changed it. But yeah, they were very quick to it. So shout out to you.
Way to be on the ball.
Seriously.
I'm amazed people listen to it that quickly.
I know. I was shocked too. I was like, dang, okay.
But shout out to you. You're the real MVP. But last week, they did their little vocal, singing, rapping performances that they always do.
Yeah.
And they get graded on, they had to go in their little groups and they worked on whatever they were working on.
Yeah.
Practicing, coming up with leaders.
All that stuff.
Now this week was just a continuation of that.
Yep.
And this week, the first one that we saw was the All About You song. See, a lot of these I feel like were a lot slower this week than they were last week.
We had a few ballady type songs this week.
And it was
slowed it down a bit.
Girl's Poem. Oh yeah, and it was All About You was originally by Taeyeon, so you know everybody knew it. And it's Choi Ye-young, Hwang Shin-ki. Is it Kyo? Ki? Shinkyo? Oh, Shinkyo. Sorry for my pronunciation.
Really? Well, didn't...
And Sakari Miyu.
Didn't know these contestants too well.
Yeah, I just know that they were bashing the one girl because she was laughing when she, messed up.
Yeah, I mean...
I think it was Shinkyo.
They, she made a
Dude,
mistake.
you think it's funny to make a mistake?
Do you think it's funny? And I was like, okay, that's just how some people handle that. They're I feel like we've all kind of been there in, a serious moment and just, start laughing.
They're, so pissed at her.
They were very, very upset with her.
But they ended up doing really well, and everyone was really proud of them.
Yeah, great vocals.
And Mr. Random, Judge Man,
the rapper guy?
I was going to say Poet Master. It's not a Poet Master. No, the one with the glasses. When he's like, I think we saw our final lineup vocalist in this group.
Oh, the lead vocalist for the final lineup out of you three. I'm like,
what are you talking about,
not
bro?
Really, I was like, okay, I guess.
Here's the funny part, though. He didn't even say which one it was. He just said it was one of those three. So.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man. You're really just trying to get some headlines out there today.
Oh,
I mean, they were good. It was just ballady Taeyeon song. It was all right.
They did good. Everyone always does good. But then we had another performance, and I'm not sure which one of these two was first, but it was the VVS song from Show Me the Money 9.
Yeah.
Which is a rap song.
Yeah.
And it was 3 girls that you would not expect to be singing it. And I mean, they did good, but it wasn't it just didn't vibe right.
They did the best they could. It was literally definition of A for effort, but yeah, it wasn't great.
And it was Lee Chaeyeon, Ling Gio, and Kamimoto Katone.
It was
it just wasn't a song made
it
for
just
them.
Wasn't for them. Yeah, it wasn't their vibe. And they did well for what they had to work with, but it wasn't really their vibe.
I mean, it was a cool performance. It's just not.
It was all right. It was not to be mean. It was probably the last place one, in my opinion.
Dude, at least the name of the group was VVS.
Dude, nice.
Let's go.
It's a cool overall song, though. I think it sounds cool. It was just, you're right. It just wasn't really the vibe for them. So, I mean, they did all right for what they could.
Then, either before or after that, I don't really remember, we had In the Morning being performed, the one by ITZY.
Yeah.
Being performed by Majiya, which was Hya Jiwon, Fu Yaning, and Sakamoto Mashiro. And it was awesome.
It was really
what
good.
A powerhouse team.
Yeah, it was a really, really good team.
Everybody did really good.
People that fit the roles, they looked awesome. The stage was awesome, and they killed it.
I will say,
and it was cool, really cool with like the live band too.
Even though Fu Yaning always just leaves a bitter taste in my mouth because of her feud with Eugen at the very first episode.
Yeah,
she always does good when she does her stuff.
She's doing really well. She looks great,
especially like these like girl crush concepts.
She's really good at it. In the Morning was like she was like made to do that. That she like was great at it. I just don't know, like she was such a jerk in that first episode, and then every other one she's been like fine and been like, I was like, if you weren't such a jerk in the first episode, I feel like I'd really like you a lot.
Yeah,
but,
that really just ruined it.
But she was really good. That group was awesome, and they killed that stage.
Then we had a performance by... I keep saying then we had a performance, but I don't even remember what order these were in.
Yeah.
I just remember the first one and the last one. And it was My Seed, which was originally sung by IU. And it was Jung Ji-yeon, Kim Chae-hyun, Shu Ziyin, Lee Yemin, Nanako Shana, and Sakamoto Shihona. And that was like a very well, it's IU, so it's a very ballady, like soft
slow,
power vocal song.
I think every single person cried. Like, not performing, everyone, the judges, probably the cameramen, the people, the girls in the back, everybody cried.
Like, dudes were in their feels.
Like, they were very much in their... So I'm like, they must have done well, because everyone's crying. The one girl kind of missed that
note.
The
only girl that really... I mean, it was good, but the one girl, like, missed her, like, kind of high note she had to hit. To Ji-yoon.
Yeah.
But they didn't even, like, pick on her for it. They were just like...
No, because they were, like, wiping away their tears.
Not every performance can, like, be a great performance.
They're like, don't get too down on yourself. It happens, pretty much. But it was good. I mean, another ballady song.
Then you had the group Look that performed Salute by our Korean's favorite group, and that is
Little Mix. Go off, Little Mix.
And that was Kim Do-ah, Kim Hyrim, Yoon Jia, Tai Bing, Chi Yi, Zhang Lufei, I was like reading three names at the same time. Oraira Sako and Hayase Hana and Shima Moka. Now,
stacked team here.
This was a freaking great performance. It was sick.
It was really cool.
First off, I'm a sucker for any group when they perform in tiny suits or little general outfits.
This was like a combination of both.
And there's fire.
And there was fire. It was an A+ performance.
It was really great. Now they really spent... So, for those of you who watch these shows, they know they have like a flashback to groups performing beforehand where they looked really bad.
Right.
Then they performed and they're super good. And you're like, man, they went from not being able to walk to like being able to run marathons.
Yeah.
But they really used this whole time pre-show or pre-performance to like just bash Tai Bing and make her look super bad for being bossy and not wanting to be a team player.
Not cooperative, not just overall stubborn. It was like we definitely like saw what was like they were trying to like make seem like it was going on, and that like she was not good with her group. Her group was very annoyed with her.
And she was a bad leader.
Listen, that she was a bad leader.
They're trying to have
and that like everyone else was good in the practice except her. That she was like off rhythm again, which was the problem with one of her other stages.
They always say that she's like too fast. You're too.
It was weird. It was like that was a weird one because that was like the whole agenda for it was like Tai Bing is not a good teammate and she doesn't listen and she's selfish.
That's really what it was the whole time.
And everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like she's so like hard-headed, blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh boy!" Like what are they trying to do right now? No one else had anything like that in any of the other groups. There was no like, we butted heads with her and she wouldn't listen, blah blah blah.
Or they're all like, "Oh, there's a problem, we fixed it," or "Oh, we like worked on it."
It was like a 1 second thing. This was literally the whole time, and they were like pretty good in their practice rounds and everything because they're a really stacked group. But that was like the whole issue was her. From what like everyone else said. I don't know. It was weird. It was definitely like a singling out that I was not a fan of. I was like, oh boy. That's not good. Like, what are they trying to make her look like here?
But spoiler alert, they went on and performed the show and they freaking crushed it.
She really just slowed down that half a second and boom, perfect.
Dude, it was sick.
It was awesome. Really cool. It was one of the best performances on the show, like overall, I think.
So after that happened, or before, sometime one of these performances was performed and it was the group Dream High performing My House as originally by 2 p.m. And that was So Youngin, Wang Yali, and Kuwahara Ayana. And that was a pretty cool performance, too.
That was really good.
Even though the, like, pre-show practice stuff, they were, like, terrible.
That was one of my favorite ones. I thought they were really, really good. I really like, what's her name?
Youngin?
Youngin's
really good.
She's really cool. She was cool in the first episode. She was really great now with her hat and her cool contacts. I don't know. We'll see how far she makes it. But that was a really good performance. I thought overall they were really solid.
And then last, we got the last performance, which ended the last show, and surprise, surprise, was the last performance of this show.
Classic.
And that was the group present with Choi Yujin, Kang Yeso, Shin Xiaoting, Su Ruki, Mei, and Yamayuchi Mona, and they're performing Fate, who was originally by Lee Sun-hee. Now, this is like a weird dance.
It was just like different. It was
piece,
like a
like interpretive dance piece.
Interpretive, very.
There's like no
rhythmic,
singing, no
not really
anything. It's just like rhythmic dancing.
It was like definitely just kind of different for like a K-pop stage. You know what I mean?
It was something you'd see in like a performance arts show for like a college like
long. There was like a story being told with their dances of. I'm not really sure, but
and first off, this seems a powerhouse.
Yeah, this was probably like the best overall like built team of any of the teams. But
and when I tell you, when they were done, there was not a dry eye in the building. Oh man!
Speaking of really crying,
one of the judges literally was crying when he was talking to them, and he was just like, "I just want to thank you for giving me that performance," and that's like all he said.
Yeah, they. You pretty much knew after that they were going to win whatever they were going to win. Like
all the judges were crying. They're like, I told them if you're ever in Step Brothers, they go to the Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah.
And they're playing, I forgot what the song is. It's like an Italian song, but they're like playing it on the drums, you know?
Yeah.
And then Brendan's brother's like staring out into the sky, like laughing at himself, like having flashbacks of all the good times he had as a child.
That's what
that was. Every single one of the people in the crowd.
They were thinking of some good memories and
like crying,
missing their families. I don't even know, but everyone was weeping. And they did really well. It wasn't my favorite one just because not quite my style, but...
And I'll be honest with you, I have no idea if they even did good.
I was like, they're kind of just like moving around, and I'm like, I guess. It was just one of those things where I was like, all right, go off, ladies. And I mean, I was glad they did well because I love pretty much everyone in that group, but to me, it wasn't my favorite one just because I was like, all right, I'm not necessarily just like interpretive dance kind of guy, but I mean, apparently everyone else was because they were balling.
So like I said, I mean, this dude was like touched. Like
it was cool. They had little handkerchief things. I don't know, but it was solid, and that was our last one. Wasn't that the last one?
Yeah, and then they went into like the voting because if you don't remember from last time, they broke in like 3 different sections. One was 3-member groups, one was 6-member groups, and one was 9-member groups.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah. And I forgot, what was like 270,000 points or something like that?
Yeah, and it would just be split up between each team. And it would be split up
between each member. So the less members you have,
more votes you get.
The more votes you get if your team wins.
Yep.
So if you're in the 3-member group, you get 90,000 added to it, like your final total. So like at the end of, I guess the end of the whatever, you know what I'm saying? Say you got 2 votes, you had 90,000, so you have 90,002 votes.
Yeah.
If you're in a 6-member group, you got 45,000, and then if you were in the 9-member group, you got 30,000. So it really benefited you to be in the lower group.
Yeah, you get more bonus votes.
So if you're like one of those
points or whatever
members who really just kind of skids along on the coattails of other members being real good, you could sneak in there and get those 90,000 votes and maybe make it to the next round.
Yeah.
Although based off the groups that won, I don't really think that happened.
No.
Well, before we get into who won these things, we talk about it every week, and I mean, I guess it's whatever, but I'm just tired of Mnet or whoever they are shoving Dion in our face every freaking episode.
She definitely, we literally had a counter.
We counted
by that meant we literally counted every time she had an individual
face shot or reaction
shot.
And I literally stopped counting after it got to like above 20.
It was like 20, and that was more than anyone else. It was more than Urena. It was more than Yujin. It was more than anyone else. I can't think of anyone even close.
I think they legit showed her having some type of reaction after every single performance. And then they like showed her in cutaways where other groups are practicing.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they were doing.
Yeah, she's just like sitting in the room. I'm like, well, she's just getting that bonus camera time.
And then when we were like watching the final like voting for like who made the like what was the group that made or won.
Yeah.
They had like 40 face cuts away from her. It'd be like other girls and just back to Diane. Other girls
and
back to
Diane. She was in
Diane.
one of the big groups too, and they like only showed her.
Yeah, there's like 9 members in the group, and they only showed her.
It'd be like one group shot and then her.
So
her group shot, her again, her.
The final cut or the final tally was like her over 20 screen time shots, and then they brought her up like 2 or 3 times talking about her performance.
Oh yeah, when like after the other, because like they would mention people by name during their performance, but like Ice Cream was last week, and then they were talking about something with I don't know if it was the bigger groups or the points, and they're just like
it was after it was salute for Ice Cream. Yeah, Diane did so good.
Yeah, they're
like
such a good leader. It was after the salute one, and yeah, they were just like, well, Diane really led that team, and we're like, of course she did. Like,
or Diane did a great performance, or.
It's funny, I saw a tweet that was like, someone tweeted out, oh, she looks so much happier after this, blah, blah, blah. And it was like a picture of Diane practicing or dancing. And someone quoted that and was like, yeah, because she knows she's going to be rigged into the group. I was like, oof, brutal.
Well, I was going to say, like, I don't have a problem with her. She's fine. She does good. She's whatever.
Yeah.
But they literally take every opportunity they possibly can.
Yeah, they
hype her up and just throw her in her face.
We just like can see that it's like kind of obvious now. So someone somewhere wants her to prevail. I don't know who exactly.
Like in terms of face shots, Urena was number 1 for the last week, right? And it was probably like 20 shots of Diane to like 4 shots of Urena.
Probably like 20 to 4 or 5. Urena had a couple, but definitely not as many as Diane.
And one was just her crying.
And second was probably to the one ballad interpretive dance song because everyone was bawling their eyes out. But yeah, Urena was second, and she probably didn't even have half. So that just kind of shows you the screen time. I mean, like, realistically, in the final group, if Diane makes it, I'm sure I'll like learn to love her, whatever. I'm sure she'll be great. But there is something going on, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it because we noticed it today.
Just saying, she's been on there a lot.
The Ice Cream performance was really good, but I don't know.
So now that we got that out of the way. We got our performances out of the way. We got the point system out of the way. We got the fact of shoving Diane in her face out of the way. Not only to mention she was ranked number 1, I still don't understand how she was ranked number 1.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then we got to the actual voting. Apparently all of them were extremely close. Don't know how true that is if the judges voted on it. There's like percentage points. I didn't realize they were going on percentage.
It came down to like point.
Like 0.33, 0.66.
I'm like, wow, it's just really Olympic judging out here.
Her bra strap was showing.
I guess.
Half a point. But the team that won the 3-member group was the In the Morning one, which honestly I was shocked. I didn't think that they were going to win. I thought they had a good chance of being good, but...
I thought it was either them or the 2 p.m. group because the 2 p.m. group was really good, but I was happy. I mean, I
honestly thought somehow Azaki was going to pull it out and win because it's her and they love her, but she did not win. I barely saw her this week. So.
Yeah, she didn't get like any screen time. And their performance was not. Their group was kind of random. I did not really like their performance that much. Honestly.
Neither.
Like they did well, but I didn't really like it. I would have been really bummed if they won. I'd be like, come on. There was like every other 3-person group was like, besides the VVS people, were like better than them. But I was happy in the morning one. I mean, I'm like rooting for G1, so I was happy to see her get those.
They did good.
That 90,000.
That's just a really good team too.
It was. They were really good. It was a really great. It was one of my favorite ones of the day for sure.
And then the 6-member group was, of course, Eugen's group with their interpretive dance because it literally. I don't know if there's ever been an easier number 1 pick in the history.
I was gonna say if there was like the 1-1 bonus of every single group, it was definitely them by far.
Like literally, they made everybody cry.
We knew they were going to win. It just made it tough for Urena's team because they had to go up against a juggernaut that was Eugen's team. So we knew that team was going to win, and that team was stacked. And there's a lot of people I love on that team, so I was perfectly fine with that as well.
And May's there.
May has just been on some great teams.
She really has. That's that guy that's like 11th man off the bench in crap time in basketball. But he just keeps winning championships. It's Brian Scalabrine.
He's literally, he's like been on the Cavs, traded to the Warriors, traded to the Lakers, and he's just like the role guy, but somehow just has like 8 rings. But yeah, that group was. I mean, we knew they were going to win, so that was an easy.
In her defense, though, she never does bad enough to get pointed out. So
no, May's great. She's just kind of there, but she's really good.
She's good enough to
she's
hold
a
her
pro.
spot down.
She's a pro's pro. That's what we call that. We just call May a pro's pro.
Pro's pro. And then we had a coin toss with the 9-member group between Salute and everybody hating on Taibing, and then everybody loving Dion and their little group of friends performing Ice Cream, which was a sick performance.
It was really good. We're not saying they were bad because they weren't bad.
Two very different performances by two very different groups. And I honestly was shocked the Salute team won.
Salute team won. They beat Ice Cream. The
Salute team won, and they immediately cut to Dion's reaction.
Stomped on the little girls in Ice Cream's faces.
They really did.
And beat them.
But
it was really close.
Thought they were going to win.
I thought Ice Cream was going to win too. I definitely thought Ice Cream was going to win.
Maybe because they were so hyped on it the whole time, and the exact same half that group's the one that did really good in the Pretty You stage that they loved.
Yeah, I know. I was like, those the youngins out there that were killing it. They have a ton of momentum right now, and they did really well with Ice Cream, which they did. But yeah, I was happy Salute won too.
All I gotta say is, little kids, stay humble.
Yeah, stay humble. Yeah,
don't count those wins just yet.
It's funny. That was a perfect matchup of what we talked about earlier in the week of the potential that could be the final group of where Mnet could go with the concept of the final group of they have these kind of people that do this or these kind of people that do this. And it was nice to see. It was just nice to see Taibing's group prevail there. I didn't think so, but
I did. I honestly was shocked.
I would have bet against them.
I didn't
100%.
think that they were going to win,
but they did win. They got those bonus votes, and yeah, now we just got to gear up for eliminations.
Yep, elimination episodes next week now.
And we're going to know a lot. Well, obviously we will, but next week's going to say a lot. Because we've talked about it, where we want to see the group go and all that stuff, and the potential for what they could do and the people. And we're like, man, it could either be so great or so. I don't know if I'm even going to care.
So, yeah, because
there's very big extremes that could happen.
I'm thinking right now who our top 9 would be if we had to make one. And I don't really...
Honestly, our one we had... The one you made earlier was, perfect.
It's just so weird, though, because there's so many people that we don't see and think that would be that great on the show.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's they get so many votes from...
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of what we would expect. Kind of like the Mashiro girl.
Yeah.
We never thought that she would be in the thing, but she was because... Everybody in freaking Korea loves her.
Yeah.
So it's how do you plan for that?
No, yeah, I don't know. It makes it it makes it hard to tell what's going to happen.
But I also can't think of any person who did bad enough to not make the top.
That's what I was thinking too.
To not be in the top,
I was
get taken out.
Who would get moved down? I don't know.
Because one person that I know everybody loves is the one girl from SM, Chan.
Yeah.
They love her.
I don't see any reason why she'd move down. She did really great.
Because right now, the one that we thought about early in the week would be Yujin, Taibing, Ruki, Hikaru, Yurina, Xiaoting, Daeon, Cheon, and Yeso.
I would... I'd stamp that and send it right now. If that was the group, I'd be like, sweet, I'm in. Let's go. That's perfect.
Unless someone really just upset Cheon and she lost fans and they put in Youngin because she's also from Korea. So
yeah. I don't know. I guess it really just does depend on the Korea, just kind of the Korean contestants that are going to get those home votes. Who's going to get the home votes?
But then again, another girl we didn't have on our list that also was in the top 9 already was Mashiro.
Yeah.
But
she came out of nowhere.
And she did good this week. She did really good.
She was really good.
So
why would she move down? I don't know. Now we're really just going to see Mnet's sticky fingers get in there.
I know. I was going to say, because I can't imagine. I honestly, if we went right now, we skipped ahead, what is it? 4 more weeks? 5 more weeks?
5 more weeks.
How is there a scenario where Diane is not in the final group? Because they just love her so much.
I don't know.
I feel like there'll just be an uproar from the fans.
I think she's going to be there. I think she is. She almost has the more stamp of approval, like guaranteed she makes it over than Rookie.
Her and like the one girl that you never see on show. You never see her. She's always really high in the vote. She's super popular.
Who is it?
Imbai.
Bayai?
Yeah, that's it. But
She we really butcher her name.
I honestly don't
The
know.
girl whose brother is an idol.
Yeah, he's in TXT.
TXT. Yeah, she's always very high in the rankings. She does not get a lot of screen time. She didn't.
No.
She got like none today. Because I always notice her. She like has a kind of a distinct look.
I was like, oh, there she is.
I like always notice her just if they show her or not. And like,
oh yeah, Bai.
She got some time on the Ice Cream There stage, but like she got nothing this week. Like they hardly showed her at all. Like I don't really know. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, but
I will say off of last week's episode, one person that did really good is our girl Wednesday.
Really good.
She did pretty good.
She's really won. You know, she's made me a fan.
She did really good. I don't know, just like there's so many girls that could be in the group, and also so many girls I don't know how they would not. Be in the group.
Now we're like actually getting the nitty gritty. We're like, okay, we have no idea what can actually happen, and we talked about it too. Like, obviously, we want Yujin to be in there, and we love her more than anything. But gosh darn, there's some other girls we really want in that final group.
Like, oh my gosh,
I was like, oh man, if you had to make us choose, it would be very difficult. But that's just how survival shows work.
I don't know, but.
I
think our top 9 we had on Instagram is a pretty good
I'm down with that. I'm still down with that after watching the performances of these episodes. I'm sure. And I feel like that is nice because we have a lot of people we like, but we also gave some that the fans like. Like
give and take.
We threw some bones out there. Like, go ahead. We give and take. Like, we're fair, sort of. But I was thinking, too, before we wrap up, we just talked a lot about Girl Planet earlier this week. But... So all of these shows, literally every single one has been rigged, even Idol School. And obviously rigging is bad, but the results have been pretty sick.
They really have. And not only that, but like...
Who has not loved...
But like, not only
who has not loved these groups that have been rigged?
I will say the only reason anybody's mad about the fact that they were rigged is because they found out that they were rigged.
If we never knew, no one would care. No one would bat an eye because guess what? IOI's awesome. Wanna-One's awesome. IZ*ONE's awesome. X1 was awesome for the like one song. Like they would have been huge
From
if they
didn't. Awesome.
From Us 9 is a very, very, very popular girl group. And like those other ones besides X1 are like worldly popular groups. Like they're all huge.
Three of the most popular groups in the history of K-pop.
And I guarantee X1 would have been there too if they remained X1.
I mean, they revolutionized music.
Exactly. Who else was doing that?
With Flash.
So I was like, okay, rigging bad. Do not support rigging, but they did a pretty sick job. Like, we love the groups that they made, right?
I just think it's
not like we're all like, ew, I hate all these people because they just want... No, like, we love IZ*ONE.
But it's just crazy to think, too, that they're like 5 for 5 on rigging things. Like, it's literally...
Why would Girl Planet not be rigged?
There's no reason to think it's not rigged. Like,
no, not at all. Like, 100%.
Like 4 out of the 5 were rigged.
Nope. Like every single one has had manipulation, so why would this? And they're showing the thing like, oh, this was separated by 0.66 or 0.33. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. All right. Where's that number coming from?
When you only have like 6 judges.
And you have 6 judges that are voting on this, and that's the only people voting. Where are these numbers coming from? What is their criteria? I don't even know what they're voting for. We don't see it.
Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, especially when you, like I said today, we watch the cuts of people they're showing. It's just really hard to think it's not rigged, and if it's not rigged, they're really trying their best to make it look like it is rigged.
I don't know. I was like, rigging sucks, but does it? We really love those groups. Who didn't like Wanna-One, right? Like,
I don't know. It's like
who didn't like IOI? Everybody liked IOI.
We'll find out in the end because I don't know.
I know. I mean, man,
it's literally hard to go against anything that's 100%. If this was any other thing in the history of the world, and you had to pick somebody that's either 0% or 100%, who are you going to pick?
Yeah, the stats all point one way, and that is to manipulation. So, I guess maybe next week we can kind of start seeing that, but. I don't know. That was just a thought I had earlier. I was like, it sucks, but if it's people you like, is it really that bad?
Is it really manipulating if you don't get
If I like the group? Yeah, that's true, too, is if no one knew it happened, then everyone would still love the groups, You know, it's not like, I think guys will. No, you wouldn't even. No one would even
At
bat an
that point,
eye.
it's just like speculation and like conspiracies. But I mean, you can say that about a lot of things.
You can say about anything.
Like in the NBA draft, and the Cavaliers got 3 number 1 draft picks in 4 years after LeBron James left.
Yeah.
So they could rebuild their team.
Sketch.
Weird, right?
Probably happens all the time, but that's a whole.
Or like, well, there's another that was one that was like really crazy. Like New Orleans didn't get that trade with the Lakers with Chris Paul, and then they got like the number 1 draft pick that year.
Yeah.
Like
sketch.
How that doesn't they had like the one year the Cavaliers won and got Andrew Wiggins, they had like literally the lowest percentage odds to be the number 1 pick.
Yep.
They had like 1 ping pong ball and they won.
Yep.
So I mean,
anything is possible in the words of Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, so fun. It was a fun episode.
It was fun.
Were really good, like always.
Always fun to see performances.
I don't think any of these performances are better than Step, but maybe the next ones will be.
No, yeah, the next ones
they're getting their own like original songs.
We're getting like the all stars. We're gonna get all the
best of the best.
The best of the best, pretty much, since people are gonna be eliminated. I'm already like nervous for next week because it's gonna be an intense one. So yeah, that's Girl Planet. Sucks that we're like on the way down from the roller coaster now. That's like I just can't believe we've already watched 7 of them. That's wild.
I will also say on an ending note, for our 100th episode, our song recommendation for an artist to listen to is Sin Snake.
Oh
they
yeah,
are a Korean electrocore screamo band that we just found today that were freaking sick.
Literally right before we started. Thanks YouTube.
Yeah. We're really into that music, so I mean, if you like that kind of music, look
it was very cool. It was actually like amazing, so definitely gonna check.
They had like
them
a K-pop idol girl being their main vocalist, and then they just have crazy breakdowns, and then
they were sick.
Synthesizers.
Literally,
what can't you love
just
about
the
that?
best of both worlds for us. But,
check that out. That was good.
Check them out.
I'm hyped for next week now.
I'm hyped for next week too. I'm really pumped for it.
I've got a lot of stuff to do in the morning, so I need to go to bed.
Yep, it is bedtime. We both got to wake up early. But yeah, that does it. Episode 7 of Girl Planet.
Episode 100.
Done. Episode 100 for us.
The podcast.
Done. Next week's 101. We'll see you guys then. I'm JT's Fog Raw. Check us out. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Wherever. Search us
just
on Google.
Google us.
Google it. You'll find it. We are the KPK Podcast. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, I'm gonna be a star. 더 확실하게